Welcome back to the sewing room. Y'all pull you up a chair if you can find one. I've got one we're going to work on. I do. Here's the back of it. Here's the seat of it. And can y'all see back here? Here's our chair right here. And it was brown. I don't like brown. Brown's a dull color. It's not a happy color. And I like happy. So I painted it. They didn't have a pink paint that I cared for the day I was at Lowe's, so I picked up a green because it was a pretty happy color. Just a happy color. And I've seen these quilted chairs. This one is a chair that my mother had. Couldn't even tell you how old this chair is. It's just an old folding chair that went with the card table. This chair is probably 40 or 45 years old, if I had to guess. And it came with these cushions on it. This old rust-colored corduroy. And it is still in good shape, you all. And it's even been down in our barn for a couple years, I guess, or more. But anywho, we're going to fix it and we're going to make it really pretty and something fun that we might like to sit in, okay? I told the mister in a video the other day, I'm going to fix you a chair so you can come up here and sit. And we can do our chit-chats. So, we might do more sewing room chit-chats with you all. Anyway, I've got friends that come over and sew, and they need a pretty chair. Just an old brown chair is not pretty, and they don't like to sit in just an old chair. They need a pretty chair, right? Yes, we do. They need a pretty chair. So we're going to fix them a pretty chair, and we're going to quilt it. Yeah, we are. We're going to make a quilted chair, and we've got our quilt blocks. Flannel pieces right here, just flannel. I cut them 12 inches square. Make them any size you want them, because I'm gonna crazy quilt this, and I don't know if you all know what a crazy quilt is, but it's a quilt where you just sew together random sizes and shapes of fabric and quilt it. I made a big crazy quilt, and it's downstairs. Maybe at the end of the video I'll go down and get it, bring it up and let y'all see it. I made it years ago for my mother-in-law for Christmas one year. It matched her bedroom, and I thought, why not just give it to her? So I did. So now I've inherited it back. So, it didn't leave the family. But anyway, I love to make quilts. I love to make quilted things. All that. So for all that being said, we've got our bucket of scraps right here, and this is going to go over to the machine with me, as well as our 12 pieces of flannel. We'll leave this over here for right now because we don't need those pieces. And these are 12-inch squares. I've got 8 pieces, and that's what it will take to do this particular chair. If you have a chair that you want to do and do this, you need to measure. And I measured mine, and the seat of this one is 16 inches by 16 inches. Okay, I measured it. You want to measure all the way down to here because you don't want your cover to stop here. You want to measure all the way down to here. And because we're going to fold it under, I thought, okay, 12-inch squares will be good. Same with the back. I'll use 2 pieces here. 2 across the back. This is not 12 inches, but I'll use two squares across the back. You can do just a great big piece. I prefer to do the smaller pieces because I have smaller scraps and it's a little easier, and I'll show you why it's a little easier to work with smaller squares in just a minute when we get started. So for right now, I'm going to meet y'all over here at the machine. I'm going to make sure the iron is plugged in because you do need to iron these. And I'll come back with y'all in just a few minutes, okay? Alright, we're over here at the machine now. And I'm going to get this started and show you how to do one block. Then I'll speed y'all up and do the rest of them. And you can watch me in fast motion. Alright, so what you do is you just find you a piece. Oh, I didn't bring my scissors over. There's a pair of scissors right there. Just find you a piece and lay it down. Right like that. Then you find you another piece. And y'all, this is best if you just kind of dump them out. Okay? Doesn't matter what shape it is, but you want to make sure that they overlap, just like this. And you're going to straight stitch that right down through there. You do not have a pattern for these blocks because they're crazy, right? They're crazy blocks. You sew it and you flip it just like that and you press it. That's why I said you got to get your iron hot, because you do a lot of pressing. A lot of pressing. Y'all, my little iron quit. That little steam iron that I had, that little... See, there you go. There's piece number one. Now then, we need a piece to go right here. And you just pick up something. It does not matter what it is. If you've got pieces that were already sewn together, you can use them. That's fine. No worries. We're just whacking and stacking and sewing. Okay, this piece right here is curved and that's curved. So you know what? Let's just put it on there curved. There you go. And we're going to turn it. Just like this. And we may have to put a pleat or two in it. But you know what? That's what makes it fun. Fun, fun, fun. But you want to press it. Okay. There it is. There's that one. And you always got these little pleats in it. It's fine. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that in a few minutes. Now then, let's get another piece of something different this time. Here's a piece right here. Let's sew this piece right down through here. And flip it. And press it. See, we're just sewing and flipping and pressing. Now this right here, you can either turn that under, just like that, and stitch it. Matter of fact, I'm going to press that, because I think I'll leave that turned under just like that, because, can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't even know if y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to leave this turned under. See that? I just turned it under. Pressed it. There we go. Alright, let's find another piece. Something else. Here's a piece. I don't know what it is. It's turned wrong side out. No, I don't want it to be that big, so I'm going to cut it down. And then I'm going to lay it right here and stitch. Now this is the fun part of making a project like this. You just sew, just random. And flip it and press it. Okay, here's a piece. piece. We need a blue, something blue. Let's see if we can find something blue. There's a piece. I always did like this fabric. Let's see, let's cut some of it off. Also, this piece right down through here. Now this I'm going to trim, okay? I'm going to trim all this up. And then flip it and press it. Okay. Now then, let's find something else. There's a piece of pandas. See, that almost, that did cover that, so we just need a piece right here. Maybe something to come in right there and flip this way. Let's see what we got here. Here's a piece. We don't have any purple on here. Don't know that this one's big enough, but we'll see. Okay, we'll put this piece right here. Okay, now I'm going to come in here and cut part of this away. I really don't have to. You can just leave it right. I'll just leave that other little piece. It just makes it a little more padded there, and it's fine. Alright, now then we need one more little piece to cover this corner right here. To cover our corner. And y'all, I left that little selvage there because it had a little zebra on it. I thought it was cute. Let's see, will that cover that corner? Not quite. Let's find something else. About this. This will work. That covered that. Not quite. Let me sew this up just a little bit further. Now then, now I got it. All right, now then, the fun part of this is, number one, creating it just like this is fun, right? But bring y'all over here, turn you down, bring you down so you can really see good. We'll change this foot out, and we're going to use our pretty fancy stitches off of our machine. And I'm just going to go with the white thread that's on my machine right now. Why? But it's really... Goodness gracious. It's all tangled up. I have a tangled up mess, you all. I have these two threads. This is what happens when you have two threads. You can use whatever color threads you want to use. Matter of fact, I'm just going to cut that and rethread this dang machine, because it's a mess. A mess. A big old mess. Alright. I'm going to try something here, y'all, I've never done. I'm going to try to use a double thread because I want my stitches to really show up good. So we're going to see if we can do this. I think it threaded, but one of those did it. Might have. Let's try it one more time. Well, y'all, I don't believe that's going to work, so just going to have to use the one thread. If y'all know how to use two threads in your machine, let me know, without using a double needle. Maybe if I do them separately. Now then, let's try this one. Let's see if we can just thread it. Alright, that's the way I did it. I just had to do them separately. Just could not do them together. Alright. We'll put our open toe foot on there, or your zigzag foot. If I'm doing something like this, I like to have the open toe. That way I can see more what I'm doing. You want to center it across your line right there. Put your presser foot down and then find your pretty stitch. Whatever pretty stitch you want to use. Actually, you're going to come over just a little bit and go right down through here. Alright, let's find us a pretty stitch. I don't need that or that. I need this and let's just go with, y'all, we're going to use a whole bunch of different ones. We're just going to go with one. Alright, there we go. We got our foot in there, got our machine threaded, we got it all fixed. Just using the standard, whatever it pops up at. Can y'all good. Y'all do better right here, I think, don't you? All right, now then, we ready? You're just going to start sewing. Y'all see that pretty stitch right down through there? Look at that. See that? How pretty that is? So now then, we're going to do a different stitch. Right down through on this side, or right here, right over here. We're going to do a different stitch. We could just go, we start at 24th. Let's do 52. All right, here we go. This one did not show up as well just because it's a lighter. Maybe y'all can see it. But this is what you do with all your pretty stitches on your machine, is you do this and you crazy quilt. And you crazy quilt. Okay, there's another pretty little stitch. All right, I'm going to finish up all 8 of my blocks, do them just like this. I'll turn y'all on fast speed so y'all can watch, but y'all be going zoom, 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 and then we'll finish up our chair, okay? Okay, I got all 6 blocks done. And I just I stitched all the way around the edge, straight stitch, to kind of hold that down, just kind of baste it on the edges. And I trimmed them haphazardly, as you can see, just kind of trimmed them up. And yeah, some pieces got caught under there, but you know what? It's fine. This is a crazy quilt, right? So it's crazy, just like me. Now then, because I want it to look like it's been washed and worn and quilted and soft, I'm going to take them downstairs, throw them in the washing machine with a load of towels, and wash them and dry them and bring them back up. And when I bring them back up, we'll finish up our chair, okay? Okay, I'm back. I got all these washed, dried, and then I kind of pressed them just a little bit. Just slightly, ever so slightly. Now then, I'm going to cut these. Turn them over like this, and I'm going to make these probably, we'll see how big this one is. Turn y'all down just a little bit. Probably make them 11 inches square, because they shrunk up some, 10 by 11, whatever. That's what I'm going to cut them. So I'm going to start right here. Just even this up right here. Alright, let's put this on here and see what we got. Actually, let's cut down this side right here too. Square it up. Okay, now then, be about 10 inches right here, 10 and a half. Alright, now then we'll square it up this way. And this is going to be, this really right here is just about 9 inches because it shrinks up, you all. That's what gives it its prettiness, I think. I'll cut this one out here as wide as I can. Actually, I don't need to cut that because that is going to be the very outside edge and it's going to fold under and it'll be easier to do. Alright, so that one's going to go here on the side. Now let's cut this one. We need at least one piece to be 10 inches or a little more. 10 and got 10 and 3/8 inch. I can get 10 right there. Can I get 10 and 3/8 here? I can. Alright, so let's cut this. Just get it smooth, straight. Come around here and cut up this side, squaring it up. Alright, let's see what we can do here. It's 25. We'll go right there to 3/8. Now we're going to go 35 and 3/8. Okay. There are those two. We've got to do these two. That's the side that will be, you need to cut this side because it is going to be pointing downward. This one goes to the inside. Alright. Nope, this one's the one I needed to cut. I cut the wrong side. That's okay. Let's see how wide this is. It's 10. Okay, y'all, I'm just turning them here to get them kind of, sort of laid out kind of the way I want them to go together. Because if I don't, lo and behold, I'll have something not going the right direction. And you know, we would not want that now, would we? Okay, now then, those two and those two. Now these I'm going to put up at the top just simply because it's got more of my Tula prints and they're my favorites. So I only need to cut this piece right in here. Just this one little edge right here, because the rest of it's going to wrap around. And I'm doing this just to make it a little easier to sew. Alright, there we go. Now then, these are going to go like this. Okay, now then, we're going to sew these 1/4 inch seam right here and right here. And we're going to sew these two and these two. So I'll be back when I get all three of these sewn together. Okay, here's our two pieces for the back. Just like this. Here's our seat. 4 pieces for the seat. Okay, got them all sewn together. Easy peasy, 1/4 inch seams. Now then, for our seat, we just kind of, I'm just going to lay this over here just like this. Pull it, stretch it, and staple it. Same thing here. You want to start on opposite sides, and I had this handy dandy electric stapler. Well, that did not staple too good. Staple didn't go in good. I'll try it again. Because this is soft, y'all. I don't think it's... I don't think it's centered. Let's see if we got it centered. Let's measure it. Because we don't want it to be off center, do we? Let's see. We've got about 15, so about 7.5. I'll move that over just a hair bit that way. That's good. Let's try this side. That's perfect. Let's look here. There's 14, should be right on 7, I believe it is. One piece is just bigger than the other, isn't it? Yep. We do have it centered. I was better than I thought I was. Alright, so now let's see. My staples may be too long. Oh, you just have to push down on it. I'll turn it around this way. You always want to work opposite when you're doing something like this, so that you get it even. Gotta get me out some more staples, y'all. I pulled them out here. Here they are. These are shorter, they'll go in better. Alright. There we go. I'll show y'all how to do the corners here in just a minute. Well, turn it around. Staple this side. Okay. Now then, to do the corners, I pull it right up here in the center of the corner, just like that. Staple it. Do all 4 corners. We'll have some of this to trim off, possibly. Alright, now then, just kind of fold this over, just like that. Staple it again. Okay. Well, that one didn't catch. May need to put another one or two in the sides to get it pulled up good and tight. If you do, that's not a problem. Better to have too many than not enough. Because some of these didn't stick good. Just need to tuck it in. Good. I'll do this last one too with you right here. Pull it up just like that. This is kind of thick, so alright, there's our seat bottom. Look at that. Isn't that cute? This is the back of it. This is the front of it. Okay? Now for our back, we want to make sure we get it going the right direction. Get it centered again. So let's measure. $18.5, about 9 1/4. Scoot it over just a hair. There we go. We want to make sure that we got enough to come in at the top and the bottom. So I'm going to pull it back like this and staple. This, you just want to work it around. Just work it around. sometimes your stapler jams and you have to get it unjammed. Get out your tweezers if your fingers aren't long enough to get down in there, and mine are not. Same thing here. You're just going to fold this up and staple it. And hope your staples go in and hold. There we go. Now let's cut this off here, because we don't need all of that extra in there. Okay, there's our bag. Isn't that cute? Alright, I'm going to set y'all up because I'm going to put it on the chair. This has screw holes. And I've got to get me some new screws. But y'all, this right here is how it fits. Some way. Right like this, I think. Yes. This right here is the way that it fits. And I got to get me some new screws. Can y'all see it? Oh, you can't see it. Let's set it up here. I'll set it up here. Got to get me some new screws. Put y'all up here. Turn it down a little bit. Now you can see it. Got to get some new screws because mine were rusted. But for the most part, I just have to screw it in. Screw it in. It's got 3 for the top part and 4 at the bottom. So I need 7 screws. But there's our chair. We've got the cutest little folding chair ever, don't we? Easy peasy. Y'all don't have to quilt it like I did. You can do whatever you want to. You can cover it just plain fabric if that's what you want to do. But I wanted it quilted. The quilt shop I go to has one down there and it's quilted, and it is just the cutest thing. No, theirs is not crazy quilted. It's just quilted. I don't even know what pattern it is. And they have an actual pattern that you can buy. And I think you make the cushion for this. And it, you know, has padding and piping around it. It's real pretty. But I knew mine already had cushioning. And I knew all I had to do was just to take it off and cover it. So I really didn't need a pattern. But I am tickled to death with the way that this turned out. It is so precious. It'll be cute up here for an extra chair when I have company that wants to sew, or the mister wants to sit with me and chit chat. He now has a nice comfy chair. Yes, he does. I just love it. Love, 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 love it. So y'all go find you a folding chair. If you don't have one, you can probably find one at a thrift store somewhere or something. These were big back in the 70s. And this one probably, my mama's probably had it since the 1970s. Samsonite made them. But it needed an updo, and it's a new coat of paint, and needed just a little TLC, and that's what we gave it. And we gave it a whole new look. So y'all go find you a chair and cover you a chair and have fun with it. Make it to fit you the way you like it, the way you want it. All right? Easy peasy. It's quick, simple. I love the way it turned out. So, like I said, y'all go make you a chair. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.